like her. She kind of go either way. So that's good to hear that she did a good job. Kane is
Oh, oh no, I don't like this. I saw me on the camera. Look, it's on. I have it on here. And so I'm like, what the hell is but we have people joining. I was gonna say, do you want me to share the screen? Because I have it set up and stuff. You're muted.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can share my screen.
Okay. And then when we get to the hands-on part, that's when I start sharing. That activity.
Okay. Should we record this one or?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Luke. I'm Gracie.
I'm Isabel.
He like sees it. Yeah, that's okay. I personally don't like Wix. Like I use Wix, Blogger, Squarespace, basically all the websites thing. Like WordPress is way more easier than Wix. So that form that was just sent, can you fill it out so we know you were here, so we have attendance, and if you wanted to say if you want us to let a teacher know that you're here, we could email them so you will know. And we're just waiting for more people to join before we start. How's everyone there? Yeah, like WordPress is really easy. I've been using WordPress since my freshman year of high school. So it's really easy. It's more user friendly, and a lot of websites, when we go through the PowerPoint, you'll find out that a lot of websites are actually WordPress websites. Yeah, like I felt like I taught myself WordPress, so I had to learn it all on my own. But like I know all of it, and I felt like it was easier than Blogger, and it gives you more creative freedom. And Wix, like I used it. I find Wix to be easy for me because like I know, like once you really learn how to do it, you can switch between. But I feel like Wix is the hardest one. The next one besides WordPress that's easy is Squarespace, so that's a really good one too. We're just waiting for more people to join.
Sorry, we just got done.
No, I heard her say log off and stuff.
Okay, Grace, we are here, girl.
I'm just
I don't know
waiting
how to
for
make
more
my
people.
screen bigger. I messed up. Oh no.
No,
I
it's
just-
okay.
I was trying to figure out how to mute like one because I had both tabs open with Teams and then Zoom. So I heard you both talking at the same time. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to like mute one.
You can't mute Grace. You can only mute yourself.
Hey.
No,
Well,
I don't
no,
get
technically
tablet.
I'm the host, so I can mute everyone, but I wasn't gonna do that.
Oh, all right, girl. All right, freaking. Here we go. Here she goes. Pulling
We
her
got more
rein over
people
here.
coming to Morga. I don't know why I just said that. Morgan.
My BFF Morga.
Anna Chope. Luke. What's your major, Luke? Because I know everyone else. So to catch you guys up,
What's my major, Grace?
criminal justice.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to our workshop. Today we're going to be talking about WordPress and blogging and all of its different functions that you can do through WordPress. So what is WordPress? WordPress, it's a platform where people can create websites, blogs, portfolios, and more. It may be used in college classes to complete assignments or larger projects. In addition to this, it's a great tool for professional business. If you're conducting that, you can put a lot of information and like anything that you want to include. You can also link it to other things. So it's great for like a professional portfolio and things like that. And there are currently approximately 75 million websites that are built through WordPress, and that includes the Centenary's website, correct, Grace?
Yes. So there's a difference between WordPress and WordPress.org, WordPress.com and WordPress.org. WordPress.com is what we're mainly going to be using. It's where it hosts the website for you, and it requires you to have a WordPress account. So you see the first bullet point where it says WordPress website.wordpress.com. That means that you don't own your domain. While WordPress.org is for people who own their website, and that has plugins that you could design. I mean, you can add to your website, but you had to own your website already, and it requires your own websites. Your websites already have the software.
These are just some different plans. So there's always going to be a free option. But the more you spend on it, the more functions you get, such as plugins and the domain name and things like that. But there's always going to be a free option to use.
So when you want to create your website and you create an account, so what the first thing you're going to do is create an account, and then you're going to come up with a name for your blog. And then so your name for your blog is your domain, and a domain is like your address, if you think about it like a house. So this is how people are going to find where your website is. They need your address to get there. And so that's where you pick out your address.
And then there's themes that can be used in your website. It's really important to, use this to kind of show what you're going to be talking about through your website. It's important to have a concise theme throughout your entire website, just to keep it all organized and just aesthetically pleasing. And there's also different features depending on what theme you use.
And then also like how the domain is your address, the theme is your house. And so now like the theme is the house, the pages are your room. Wait, the pages are your room. So the pages are a way to host the different information that you want to have. So you could have an about page, which the Collabs Writing blog has. So we talk about on the about page, we explain what we do, who we are, the tutors, and how to make an appointment and stuff. So you see, wait, go back to the other one. You see how the circles at the top, those are different pages. Except for the make an appointment today. The make appointment today is a link, it sends you to the WC Online. But the about and the resources are different pages that we have on our blog.
And then there's posts, which go into the specific pages that you set them as, or set them to. They're really important for kind of separating different things that you're talking about. So specific blog posts, if you post videos, just specific things that separate all this different information that you're producing on your website. And to create this, it's kind of like pages. You just set up a new post, and then you have to make it like available to be seen. So here's an example. So a post, this is on the blog page, but the post itself is a brief guide to writing in the sciences. So it's a specific topic within the larger category of the blog page.
So like any type of writing, even though it's more informal than formal, you still have different tips that you need to write a good post. You always want to make sure each post has a purpose, and you want to make sure it aligns with your theme. One of my classes that I had to do was writing for the digital world. And so we had to create a blog, and my blog was called CU Food Junkie. So on CU Food Junkie, the purpose of the blog was for me to talk about food. So that was the theme of my blog. And you want to make sure you write about what you want to write about. This blog is a reflection on yourself. So you want to make sure that you're not thinking you're writing for even though you are writing for your audience, you want to make sure that you're true to yourself, because you actually get more followers the more honest you are. You want to check for minor grammatical errors and keep your paragraphs short, because we all know that long online articles do not get read because we all just scroll and skim. So if you keep them short and easy to read, you will get a lot of viewers. And be aware of your audience. You want to make sure they're engaging with your post.
And then this is plugins versus widgets. So these are different features that can be added to your page or your website, I mean. Widgets are free with the WordPress.com. So they are little like small features that you can add, and they serve a specific purpose. So we'll get into that in the next slide. But plugins are through WordPress.org. So they are through like the paid domains, and there are a lot that you can use. They pretty much serve you can link a lot of different things right to your website. So it does a lot with serving that purpose. So here's an example of a widget, which this is on the one of Dr. Anderson's the tutor training class website. So she was able to add a search bar and a calendar, which those are just widgets because they are right through the website and they just serve a little purpose of navigating what's on the website already. But these are some plugins that are on the same website. So she was able to connect Google Forms to it. So different functions with Google. The Spotify and Instagram, they are like a mixture of widgets and plugins. So there's a specific widget that is designated for something that you can plug into it. So there's this space designated for the plugin. So you can add any plugin there. So this one was to connect a specific Spotify playlist. And then the next one was to link the collabs Instagram account, which automatically updates, and it does that through the function of being a plugin. Are there any questions on anything that we covered? We're going to be doing a demonstration of how to start a WordPress website. So if you have any questions before we do that, you can let us know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So not being like a super savvy, I mean, I know how to work Facebook, but as a not super savvy like tech person, can you kind of like explain the difference between what a widget is and what a plugin is? I know you kind of got into it a little bit, but from what I understand, like a widget is something you can just feature on the page, and a plugin is like kind of takes you somewhere else. Is that like correct? Or
Okay, so a plugin, and the main fundamental difference between a plugin and a widget is that plugins basically change the coding of a website. So when you're on a website, everything you see is basically coding.
okay.
And it just turns into a certain way. So that's why when you have a free account, you can't use plugins because it changes the coding of the website. Where widgets is just something that's added to the website. Like the search bar, you have a search bar where it searches your blog, or you guys know how I do book blogs. So in my book blog, we have a widget that's Goodreads that connects to the Goodreads and it shows what I'm reading. So the widgets are just an addition, while plugins change the whole, like the concept of it.
Yeah, this took me a lot to understand. So Dr. Anderson helped me today actually kind of really decipher the difference between them. So the analogy that she used was having an extension, like say you're on the Chrome browser, you can have an extension on that which leads to like a completely like different thing. I could explain that better, but Meanwhile, there's like the like taskbar, or where you can pin specific websites. So those would be more of the widgets because it just adds onto that, while the extensions kind of like serve a larger it's I mean, I still am a little like not exact on it, but it took a lot for me to understand kind of the difference between them. Did Grace, did you want to like kind of extend on that?
Yeah,
I did a poor job of.
I know, I think you did a good job. Okay, so Dr. Anderson just said it in the chat. Extensions on Chrome create new functions. The bookmarks in the taskbar just link to things.
Yeah, okay. That's
could you give
yeah, I'm gonna give an example. So
I mean, like off like a basic website that most people are like comfortable with, that you could. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you guys ever bought something online?
Yes.
Okay, so most websites, like small businesses, they use this thing called WooCommerce, which is the purple thing right there, right? So that's a plugin. It's a plugin because it changes, where Isabel is showing, it changes, like I keep saying, the fun dimension of the website, because it adds a whole cart. So you're able to add stuff to your cart, and they're able to charge people. Isabel, if you let me share my screen, I can.
Sure. Okay.
So Luke asks, so when you want to link a song, that is a widget. So you're talking about embedding something. So let's look at the collab website. Dr. Anderson, can you do me a favor and put in the chat the other website that you have for the tutors training one? Because that one's not a free website. So because the collab website is a free website, you could tell because it says collab, collab.wordpress.com, that it's a free website because we don't own the domain. So one of our, where is it? I can't find it. Okay, so you see at the bottom right here, it says Twitter and Facebook. These are shared things. These are widgets because they're just added to the website. It's just something that's added to. It's not something that's changing the website.
So it's like an external link kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is, because I guess like, so there, it like brings you somewhere else versus like being embedded into the page or the website itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. Thank you.
Okay, so this is Dr. Anderson's writing tutoring class. Since she owns a domain, you see the difference. It says that Anderson.com, Aaron Anderson. So these are also widgets. The songs on the side, the Spotify, and the Instagram.
Actually, Gracie,
because I thought those were widgets.
They're widgets that
And
has the short code for
yes.
the plugin. Yes, Isabel and I kind of unearthed that fun fact.
So how do I
So it's a little confusing. The two,
yes.
they're very intertwined.
Yes, they're very intertwined. Just know
sorry for opening that can of worms there.
No, it's okay. Just know that when you're using WordPress.com as a free one, then you can't get widgets. I mean, you can't get plugins. So as an activity, we're going to create our own WordPress website. So we're going to start it. So we're going to go to get started. Does anyone need me to send the link in the chat? I'll just send it just in case. So we're going to create an account. So you're just going to put in your information. I have lots of accounts, so I got to see what email I don't have an account for. Okay, so this is like when we were talking about in the PowerPoint where it's going to ask you for your domain or site name. So what do you guys think we should name this site?
Practice website.
Amanda Baker is awesome.
Yeah,
Amanda
maybe
Baker is
that.
awesome. I can't spell. So they're going to give you different options. So obviously they want you to have a paid account. So they're going to give you all these things to have a paid account. But right there underneath it is the free account, and that's where we're going to select.
I like it, though now I can't use this for my own account. So I'm going to have to hijack it.
You can always hijack it, yes. And so again, they're going to give the monthly payments, but we don't want that because we're broke college students. So we're going to start with a free site. And if you guys get confused or have questions, you can always stop and ask, because that's what we're here for. So this is now the site. So the first thing we could go over is that I want you to make sure you know is how to activate your site, which is, usually they have a big thing. They changed it again. Here we go. So name your site. We did that. We're going to name it Amanda is Awesome. So you see where it says site taglines. So I'm trying to show you my website. So that WordPress.com. We're never going to find it. Never mind. So a tagline is basically what you're going to say what the site is about. So there's this, so I would be like, this site is about why, I have all the reasons why Amanda is awesome. And so then you save it, save settings. You always want to make sure you're saving your settings. And then you see right here, when you go down, it says your site hasn't been launched yet. It's private, so only you can see it. So you want to make sure you launch your site. And skip purchase, because again, we don't want to buy anything. Start with a free website. They're always going to ask you.
They're trying to bait you here, right? Basically.
They are. They asked us 3 times.
So it's a good thing that to just realize, even though it looks like it might not be free, there's the free option. You just have to kind of make sure you read everything.
Yeah.
Yes. And so now that the website is launched, because a common problem that people come to me is like, oh, but I post these things, but my teacher can't see it. So as soon as they pull it up, I was like, see, your main problem is your website is not launched. And so that's why they can't see it. Okay, so the next important thing to learn is how to do your pages. So you go here to the side and click pages. So every blog comes with preset pages that you can change and you have access to. So this is the about page that they already have. So if I wanted to change it, I just click it. It'll bring me to the site, to the editing part. And so you click, you see it's about, you could put, introduce yourself. Who are you and what do you do? I'm not Amanda. So if I was Amanda, I would be like, I'm Amanda, and this is what I do. And
I'm Amanda, and I do everything.
Yes. And so when you want to add a new page, you go back to here to your pages. You can always click add new, or over here, add new page. And then, so we're going to make a random page called the Amanda Random Facts. So these are different features that you can have on your page. So if you want to do an about page. These are some features they already have laid out for you. So it's laid out and you can just fill in where you want to fill in. You have your blog page where your blog posts are going to be posted on. Your home page, which is like, this is our home page. So when you first go on to the collab, this is the collab blog. This is what you see. First thing you see is our call to action was make an appointment today. And then we go into a link that's about us and then our blog post. So we're just gonna do like a blank page. So if you do a blank page, you don't have any of those layouts and you can create your own layout. So we have a title, random facts about Amanda. And so right here, you see this little button, the add button, add block. So you can add a paragraph, an image, list, quotes, heading, and everything, or browse all, which takes you over here. And these are all different sections that you can add to your blog. So let's do a list. Like, here are 5 things. Her name starts with an A.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So Centenary's Writing Collab website, is that a free domain or is that one that we pay for?
No, it's free. You could tell
So-
because it says that WordPress.com.
Otherwise, it would say like WordPress dot.
No, it would
person.
just say sentyoucollab.com. See, like how, where's Dr. Anderson?
I know that it said like dot Aaron Anderson at some point or something like that.
Yeah,
Because the Aaron M. Anderson is my professional personal page
yeah,
that I paid for that domain.
No, right, but I'm just saying like the collab website like looks pretty legit. So there's definitely stuff you can do on the free server that still
Yes.
makes it like a legitimate website, right?
yes. That's also why I like WordPress, because I know in the beginning, me and Luke were talking about, because he used to use Wix. Like, WordPress is really good. It's good for it's user friendly, and it's for it to be free, you get a lot of access to a lot of things and a lot of creative access, because I'm more of a designer, and so I like to be in control of how things look.
Mm-hmm.
And so with WordPress, even though it's a free account, I still have a lot of control on how things will look.
And I just that's the kind of a thing that I would like to like just like let people know, especially like someone like me. Like, I know some websites or some things you get to do for free. You really get like nothing basically for free, just like a
Yeah.
little taste. But it seems like on WordPress, you really do get a decent amount of stuff that you can do and a little bit of freedom that you can have, and it doesn't really cost you anything.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's also easy to use. So I'm pretty bad with technology a lot of times. So I was like playing around with it, and it was pretty I mean, there was a lot of like options, but it was pretty easy to navigate as well. So I think in the future, if I have to like create a blog or anything like that, then I'm definitely going to probably use WordPress.
No, yeah, I mean, it looks good. Like I said, I'm not a big I don't know about the stuff. I have a pretty good go-to person that I count on to do this kind of thing for me. But by the way, I have 2 cats.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. 2 cats and 2 majors. But no, this is really cool. Like I need you guys to do like a personal session for me, because I don't know why, but I'm kind of a little bit stupid when it comes to this stuff, and it's just I think a good thing to know how to do. You know, like not really something that I would typically use in like my day-to-day life, but to a certain extent, like Grace's like blog and stuff, like something like that. Even if it's just something totally for yourself, you still have a lot of freedom with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I also like the feature of themes. So I'm not very I like to think that I'm creative, but when I get down to it, like things just don't look good. So having all of these themes and like having them for free also, that's very helpful for me personally. So
Yeah, like conceptualizing versus like actually putting on the paper. I
Yeah.
totally understand that.
And then but yeah, so it's good that it's free, but back to the list.
This is
That-
all about the lesson, Grace. Come on, I'm trying to ask questions.
It is. No, you can ask questions.
Sorry, I
So-
apologize. I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
Go
you
on,
didn't
go
interrupt.
on.
Those are good questions. This is how I guess people feel when I ramble.
Oh, okay. We have a question from Luke. So is the same setup for blogs and websites? So you create like one site, right? And then you can have like, oh wait, so are you asking for like a blog, like as in like the entire like website of the blog, or like a specific like blog post?
So I think he's asking that is it a website or a blog? So with WordPress, you don't have to have a blog. It's just a feature that they have. But like Cincinnati's website is a I did not do that right.
Okay, okay, Luke asked, if you're setting up a website, would you do it the same way? So,
Yes.
yeah, I think you would, right? So it would be kind of the same process of setting up your site and then like a blog in general. I think that's what you're asking, like if it's like the blog itself versus like a specific post. It's pretty much the same thing. So the blog would technically be the website, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
so a blog is just a feature on your website. So you can make a website. It's the same process. So I was gonna explain that. So okay, so because I was gonna explain that when we go over posts, because you make a post the same way you make a page. And so let's just go to that. Because it's easier to explain when I'm walking through it. Okay, so let's see our website right now. Can we visit site? Let's see what it looks like right now. No, go back. So you see how right here, that these are different example posts. It says introduce yourself. So say if we didn't have a blog, like we didn't want a blog, like the school website doesn't have a blog, but it's still a WordPress website. So the difference is that they don't have a section where they have their blog posts laid out, like how on the writing collab one, we have the blog post section laid out right here. So if anyone wants to read more about the blog, they just click read more posts, and then you get different blog posts. Whereas if you were just having a website, like the Cincinnati website, you just have different pages when you want to add different aspects to it. Yeah. So the same thing with posts, it's like the same way with pages. So you never made a blog, only a website. So I'm sorry, I'm just reading everything at once. So the same thing with the post is the same way you make a page. So you go to post, add a new post. They usually just give you the blank thing, like how we had a blank page, a blank post. So my 2 cats, because Amanda has 2 cats. So say she went, this blog is all about Amanda. So she's gonna write a blog post about her 2 cats. I have 2 cats, blah, 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 words. And so then you go to the side. So these are different things about a blog post, and what you should really, I like to point out, is that when you go to the side where you see the setting over here, you have different blocks. So this is how you change your font size and your line height, the colors of the post. And then also here where you go to post, you have tags and categories. So these are important for your website because it helps keep your website organized. Like for an example, for our Cincinnati, for our blog, we have different categories. So we have a workshop category. So everything that we talk about workshops, or we post our workshops on our blog and on YouTube and stuff like that. So when we do that, it's in an organized place. So now people would just click, oh, workshops. And then now these are all the blog posts that we have on workshops or activities, because we only have one activity up here, I believe. Yes. For one of our discussion board workshops. That was a fun thing. And so it's important to have those. So that automatically, when you make a WordPress account, you have the uncategorized category. And so then you just add new category. You can add a parent category, which is basically a category that goes underneath another category. You think of it like Russian nesting dolls. So sometimes you have different categories. Like if we have a WordPress workshop, a workshop category. Underneath that workshop category could be a WordPress workshop, because it separates it, so it's even more organized.
I have a question. Is that okay?
Yes.
So when you do like things like you have the blog and you have like any other kind of like links, you can just add it's just a link. It's not necessarily like a plugin or a widget. It's just like a link that brings you to another place in your website.
Yeah, I think it just like extends on your website basically, and it kind of provides different spaces designated for like whatever you want it to be on your website already. So I don't do you have something to add to that, Grace? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because those are two different things. So you could do an embed code. I'm just trying to get a sample one to show you guys. So when you okay, so if you have a link, a YouTube link, that's what I can use. YouTube. So say you want to share a YouTube video, right? So there's two different options. I'm gonna just pick the first one. I see. So it's a video. So you go to share. And then if you go all the way down, oh no, actually it was the first one. Embed. So you copy this link, right? Control-C, copy. And then you go to code, right? And then you paste your code in. I haven't done this in a while. So
then you could put like, if that was like a link to like the blog or something, you could just say like Centenary University's like
no, it didn't
writing collaboratory blog, and it would just insert that there.
So say if you wanted to do a blog, like to do a link like that, you just copy the link. I don't know why that's not working. Paste the link URL, and then like a Word document. You know how when you add links to a Word document, it's the same way. This is supposed to have the video on the website itself, and I don't know why it's not working, and it's going to bother me forever now.
So sometimes things are finicky.
Yes.
You have to try a couple times.
Yes. But basically what it's supposed to do is when you preview it on here, when you go on the actual website, the video itself would be on the blog page. So you wouldn't have to change to a different website. To
if you go on to like oh, there you go. Luke has a question, but like essentially like if you were to go on to like, I don't know, like CNN.com or something like that, where they have like, you could see like the little piece of like an interview, and you click on that, that's like what that is, like where it features like a picture of it, and it's from a different website, but it's still like an active video kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
We have another question. So Luke was asking if you could just show again how you did the like share thing on YouTube, and like how you copied the like, is that a code or
No, so it's a code. So you go and share
the embedded thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you see embedded right here, you just click it, and then you click it again, and then you copy it. If you are on HP, it's Control-C, a MacBook, it's Command-C. Or right here, it just says copy. And then what you're supposed to do, if it would work, is to add a block, which is the code, because it is a code. You see, that's how coding is. It's an actual code. So I don't know why it's not working. Like if we were to edit this all as, why is it not working? I'm getting really upset. It did it. Okay. I don't know how I did it like that. Whoa.
YouTube usually just.
See, I was making it more complicated. So don't do the coding thing. I'm gonna show you how I did. I know how I did it now.
Okay, we have another question, but this was about this recording, like for the thing overall. So where do we post these on our website, the recordings of the workshops?
Oh,
So these get posted to the YouTube.
Okay.
okay. So you see how we're gonna add a regular block of text. So we're gonna go, let's add a block of paragraph, right? Then I just pasted there. And so then it just automatically came up. So it's embedded in the website. So say if we wanted to like preview it, like I'm about to do right now. So now it won't go to YouTube. It will just play on your website. So does that help, Amanda, to your original question?
Yeah, thank you.
My two cats, followed by the Writing Collab website and Dua Lipa. So
Yes. Your cats seem to be amazing, Amanda.
they have very silly interests.
Yes. And then so the tags are just like categories. It's just ways to organize your blog posts. So you want to make sure when you're doing a blog post, you could save it as it automatically saves as a draft right here. Like when you do projects on Google Docs, it saves automatically when you write it out. So it's the same way. So you want to make sure you publish it, because even if you don't publish it, no one on your site will be able to see it. And so that's it with creating posts. If you want to change your theme, you go to appearance to the side, and then you go to themes. So WordPress, this is my favorite part of talking about this, because I love the designing and I love all this. So the WordPress has multiple free themes because WordPress is awesome and you don't have to actually pay for a lot of themes. And each theme has different features. So some features you see have like this. Select our blog. No, our blog don't have it. You see how it's moving in the background like this, the video? That's a feature on a blog, on a theme. Not all themes can do that. And not all themes, when you scroll like this, can do that too. They're like special features. So the way you can find out what different features themes have, you click on it and it tells you the differences that they have for each one. And then you can always pick one and you can always change it. I love making themes. They're like my favorite. And then if you want to change, you can do an open live demo. So it'll show you how it looks like, the things that it has, how to interact with it and stuff. You could click on the blog posts that they do to see what your blog post would look like. And then when you activate it, it says, do you want to change it? Yes. Activate.
Okay, well, when you get the chance, we have another question about setting up the menu. So do you mean like the different pages? So like, for example, the about page and like a bio, or that's an about like blog or whatever. Okay, yeah. So could you show again, like, how to set that up? So like how to add pages, is that what you're asking?
Are you talking about the menu where say, let's go back to here, too many websites, where you say this is your top menu. So these are where you find your homepage, about, blog, resources, and stuff like that. Are you talking about that? Or you said yes, that part. Okay, so that was my next thing to talk about. You're getting ahead of me. So it's in the appearance thing again. So you go to customize. There's two different ways because every website, every theme has an automatic place for your menus. So you go to, thanks, got it. So you have your menus. So our primary menu has the homepage, the blog, about, contact. So if you want to add a new page. So random facts about Amanda. So now that page is added to your top menu. Then you want to make sure you save the changes because these changes don't save automatically. So now on our website, because we haven't updated it, so this is how it looked before. So if we refresh it, this is how it's going to look now. And see, now we have random facts about Amanda. And another way is, so our social media. So that's all the way at the bottom. I believe she doesn't have any social media on here because we didn't connect it. But say we want it in the footer menu. See, this is where it will pop up. And so the primary menu is up here where all your top links. And then the footer menu is where you have like, Amanda is awesome, create a free website or a blog at wordpress.com. Like you have the little things at the bottom. See, like this is Cincinnati's footer. It has the website, the number, and different links to the website, to their pages, and then their social media. Another way to talk about widgets, because widgets usually sometimes they go in your primary menu or your footer. If your website has a sidebar, it could go there too. So you always want to make sure you have a search bar. So that's why I like to add my search bar. And then visibility. Where's my search bar? So see, the footers here are at, the widgets here are in the foot. And not all websites are like that. And sometimes you can't change where your widgets go because it's you'll need a paid account. So if you don't like where the widget is, you could just change around the theme and see what things that you like that has like a sidebar. Does that make sense? Am I like speaking too fast? I just want to make sure you guys are good. Because this is a lot of information we're throwing at you.
I think maybe we should show like a theme that has the sidebar ones. Just to like show how to, I guess, maybe change where a widget can go.
Let's see.
I have a question too while you're doing that.
Shoot.
So let me turn my camera on so y'all can see my pretty face. Hold on. So I noticed, like you were talking about the search bar, like on some websites that I've been on in the past, when you do a search, it doesn't search like the website itself. It searches like the whole internet. Is that something like when you're putting a search bar in, that's what it's doing? Or like when you're on WordPress, is it just searching your actual website?
It depends on what you want. So you could actually have both. Because I know some websites, I don't get why they do that, because obviously we're searching for something in the website, but sometimes that takes you to like a Google search.
Right, which I always find really frustrating because that's not what I'm searching for. I would just go on Google.
See, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
See,
like, is there a way to make it so it's only your site? Is that like it's probably like a super...
I think it's a type of widget that they use, or a type of plugin, because the widget for the search bar for the WordPress one, it's just for your site.
Which I like that. I think that's better in my own opinion.
And Dr. Anderson said, which is why you should use tags for your site.
Not to add another confusing layer.
Well, you would add the tags like in the search, or you would add the tags like on the website itself.
So remember when I said you had to have tags on your website? So,
right, yeah.
So if you were to search that tag, it will bring up all the posts that has that tag in it.
Oh, so you're saying like if you're creating your site, it's better to put the tags in when you're making your own site, like to have
Yes.
tags in it. That way, if I do a search and like it goes to like a global search, it will still kind of bring me back to the site.
No. I'm just okay.
I think
Different
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether.
Well, I'm asking because that's the stuff I've run into, you know, so that's why I'm asking that.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite blog websites called Epic Reads. So you see how up here it says the news, that's a category. So if we click that, these are all the blog posts underneath that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they have tags. I haven't been on here in a while, but they used to have tags. I don't think they're doing that anymore.
Go back to my website for see that has tags.
I have to find the link again.
I think it's in the chat.
Move after the form.
Sorry if my questions threw things off. I did not mean that.
No, it didn't. Okay. Okay, so you see, oh, Kim. And that's besides the point. Where is the tags?
If you scroll, not all of them are gonna have.
Is online learning,
Oh, I know. Hold on. I'll put my current course website in, and there's a tag cloud.
okay.
but you would be able to search search that specific tag, right? So if you search it, it would show up.
Yes.
So
So
click on it.
which one? Anyone? This is a nice website.
Thanks, it's WordPress. If you scroll down, Gracie, see where the tags are?
Oh yes. See, this is another widget. You see where I love to make sure people have this. These are important, so you could just go through the different tags. So I'm gonna pick a random one. Announcements.
Random, aka the very first one.
Yes. So Luke asked, how do you add the widgets? I'm gonna go through that after explain this. So, okay, I'll explain both.
Yeah, explain it. Ignore me now.
So this is a tag announcement. So we clicked it and it brought up all the tags. So if we search announcement, hey,
That's disconcerting.
what happened?
I don't know. That should work.
It does work. It usually works. WordPress is messing with me, man. Because it usually works. Let's try a different tag. Rhetoric. Iceberg.
Try hashtag rhetoric. I wonder if that makes a difference.
Did I spell it right?
RHETORIC.
See, why is it not popping up? It usually does this. It's making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, see, rhetoric, it came up with the post. See that? So see, we searched rhetoric on the website, and then these are all the all the posts that talks about rhetoric. So Luke, do you want to know how to add the widgets to the sidebar or something like that, or how to add tags? Okay.
I think
So you go back to appearance. All of this is under appearances. So remember that it's all under appearance. And then when you get here, you see widgets. You go to widgets. You pick where you want to have it. So this one has a sidebar. So we're gonna add a new widget. Look up tag cloud. So now it's here. Now where's our side? Good.
Do you have to press where it has like the little pencil and the circle? Is that what it is?
No, that's the menu.
Oh, okay.
That's the title. This is making me mad.
What are you trying to do?
I added the cloud bar, but now I can't see it.
That theme might not have the location you put it in.
No, it did. It had it there. Because I purposely searched up this blog. Oh, you know why it might be? Because we don't have any tabs. So this is also how you add tags to your thing. You go to settings and you go to tags. So we're gonna add cats because this post is about cats. And you also do commas to separate each one's cats. Do a loop, move it because she's on here. Collab. So now these are all different tabs. So we're gonna update it. So we have it. So let's see if that's what we were missing. What? This is making me mad. Because it's supposed to be. So these are common frustrations that we go through on WordPress when it wants to act stupid. So it's here. So let's see if we can add it at a different place because there's a third footer. So let's do this. Because where is the search bar? It says it's here. I'm going to see that. So now you want to do it. So it added the tags down here, cats, collab, do a loop. So usually a sidebar is always here, but I don't see the sidebar. It's so weird.
It could just be on that page. Is it a front page?
See, that was it. It was because it was the front page. So when we went to the blogging page, you see it has the search and tags. For that problem to fix, so say if you had that problem again, I believe you had to go to your settings and where it talks about, where is your homepage setting? Wait, hold on. Where's the homepage setting? Here we go. Oh, these are, so this is where you could have either have a static page is where you don't see your blog. These are certain things that you like. How do I explain this? I never had to explain this before. I'm getting flustered. I'm gonna take a break. So, well, we're running out of, we ran over.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Oh, okay. So let me just explain this. And then
You're doing good, Grace. You're doing good.
So a static page is basically, I'll just show you the difference. So when you have your latest post, it's like your post is on the page, where a static page, it's just, you have different things. So you have your about, you learn more about the website, and your blog post, instead of having its individual spot, it's like set in a certain section. Whereas if it was just your latest post, that would be your, when you see how each post right here has its own little section part, whereas the other one was just in a little part. Oh, I thought it was invisible. I got confused. What are you talking about?
Could you try to explain the static one again?
Oh, the static page. So it's just a setting in your in it.
But what's the difference between the static page and the like regular page?
Okay, so you see how like these, it like, okay, so when you have the static page, it has welcome to the new site. This is your new site. This is about us. So if we go to the collab site, so look, this is like about us, and then it has a section that leads to your blog post. So
Oh,
you see how here it would normally if you wanted your latest blog post, so it would just look like this with the other home stuff. So where's this page? So you see how a static page, it doesn't look like it's a blog page. It looks like a regular website.
okay,
Whereas-
and then that one would be like the like main page basically, and like it would
Yeah.
I guess like remain there, so you could adjust the other things, or like the other pages could update, but that one would remain the same. Is that kind
Yes.
of what it is?
Yeah, so you see how it looks like a blog because it has all your blogs laid out, your blog posts laid out. Whereas a static page, it looks more like a website because it doesn't have your blog posts laid out like that.
Oh, okay.
Does that answer your question, Luke? Okay, so we're coming at it and we went over a little bit, but it's okay. If you guys can always make personal one-on-one sessions with us to go over more stuff if you have questions. We're open Monday through Friday. And yeah.
Oh,
Do you
and
guys have any other
fill out
questions?
the form. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh, always fill out the form. And if you have any last minute questions, go ahead. Can we book appointments to help with? Yes. Yes, you can book appointments to help with the website, help with website stuff. You're welcome. And don't forget to fill out the form that you will hear and stuff.